Hey guys, and welcome back. I am 10 weeks this week. Today I'm actually 10 weeks and 2 days. As you can see, I don't have my C-bands on, knock on wood. My nausea has definitely died down, and I'm hoping now that I'm in that 10th week that means maybe I'm out in the clear again, knock on wood. um, But I still get that nauseated, hungry feeling. And I definitely, like, if I'm hungry enough, I will throw up, and it's like the worst feeling ever. Don't mind my crazy hair. It's been raining. It was curled earlier, but the rain took it away. so, but I am 10 weeks, and I'm like so happy because that just means that in the next 3 weeks, I will be out of my first trimester, and that just excites me. I'm so over it. I've had a rough time coming into this 10th week. This pregnancy is really different compared to all of my other pregnancies, so my 2 other pregnancies, and yeah, just so different. Like, in every single way, it is different. And my other pregnancies were wonderful. And this video might be a little longer than all my other ones, and I apologize in advance. But I felt like I really need to share more in this video, to share more about the ups and downs of pregnancy and what it does, because me too, I watch other videos and I watch other women talk about their pregnancies and whatever, and you never hear them talk about like their emotions, what their husbands feel, or what they're going through, and you need to hear that, because that is part of pregnancy. And I, for one, never emotionally had problems during my other pregnancies. I was always very happy. I was always on my feet doing something. I was staying busy. In this pregnancy, man, when they tell you that a woman's self-esteem and everything else gets beaten down, they're not lying. They're not lying. And I have spent the last day or two crying. No makeup on. I've been laying in bed, feeling sad for I don't know what. Feeling stressed out because this pregnancy I just feel like I want to be relaxed. So I've been like overwhelmed with all the house stuff and the school stuff. And I guess it was just like all kind of getting to me, and knowing that school starts in exactly a month, and I had doctor's appointments, everything else I had to do with my children to prepare them for back to school and all this other stuff. And all I'm thinking is, I don't feel good, I'm tired, and whatever else. So I spent the last 2 days coming into this 10th week crying, feeling depressed, and no joke, I was eating my dinner last night and I was crying. Like, I'm stuffing my face and I'm just crying. And I faced my mom, I said, I don't know why I feel this way. And then I was getting mad at myself for feeling that way because I didn't understand it. And then being pregnant, you latch out at your loved ones. You just do. And when yesterday I spoke to my mom, I spoke to my dad, I spoke to my husband, and each one of them I was like telling them how I feel. And even my dad, he said, you sound like you're pregnant. And I said, okay, whatever. Yes, I know I'm pregnant, but why do I feel this way? And he said, because you're pregnant. And it was just like, yeah, great, whatever. Like, I don't know. Pregnant people don't want to hear that. We just want you to tell us how to fix our problems. Like, yeah, don't tell me that my problem is because I'm pregnant, okay? Like, fix it. Fix it for me. But my husband, another thing that, like, you don't hear women talk about is men, and I find it more, I don't know, like, more noticeable now, I guess, that a lot of men love when their spouse is pregnant. They think it's beautiful, and it is beautiful. and some of them want you more. And I know for Lewis, he loves it. He loves, seeing my body get more curves or whatever, and he loves seeing my belly grow. And he's constantly trying to touch my stomach, even though like there's nothing quite there. But he loves touching my stomach and whatever else. And even when it comes down to romance, like the first trimester is so hard on women. Like we're grossed out. We feel all these different ways, and it's not that our spouse grosses us out or anything like that. It's just our emotions and whatever else. Romance is the last thing that the majority of pregnant people are thinking. And even my husband, he said, "When was the last time you kissed me? Can you give me a kiss? Can you hug on me?" And I gave him that look like, really? Can you go? Like, get away from me? And I think I explained it this morning to him, and I said, "Listen, it's not that I don't want to hug you or kiss you anymore. It's not like anything like that." But I had to explain to him that it's just all my emotions, my feelings, and what makes me nauseated, and like just what I'm not digging right now. And that, yeah, it frustrates me too. Frustrates me too, but that's just how I feel. There's nothing that we can do. There's nothing we can do. And you don't hear a lot of women talk about that, but that's just like, they should, and they should share that, because that's part of pregnancy. It really is. Okay? It really is. You know a pregnant person, go ask them, did you want to do any romance stuff when you were in your first trimester? I don't think so. Don't think so. But it takes a toll, and pregnancy takes a toll on a person's self-esteem and their emotions and everything else multiple times, not just one or two times throughout pregnancy, multiple times, and it continues afterwards. But I have never felt that. I've never, ever, ever felt this. And this time I was just like, no joke, guys, I was laying on my bedroom floor, crying, sobbing like a freaking baby. I don't even think my husband's ever heard me cry like that. And he laid on the floor with me, cuddled up with me, hugged me, just let me cry, and I'm yelling at him, and like, not like yelling, but like yelling, sobbing, and crying at him, telling him how I feel. And then I told him that I was going to tell you guys about this, because you don't hear that a lot. You don't. And I even told him, I said, no joke, if my other pregnancies were like this, I probably would not be having a fourth child. Not at all. I've never felt this horrible. Emotionally, everything, all my symptoms, the tiredness, like, it's driving me nuts. I like, I want to pull my hair out. It's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. But I had to share that with you guys, because I want to be me. I want to be honest, and I want to share a part of my pregnancy with you guys. And this is just part of it. It's just part of it. And I didn't want to like get on here and just be like, oh, my symptoms were this week, and like I'm craving this. Like, that's boring. Okay, great. But I wanted to share what I was really, really going through. Like, really going through. And there's so much more. There's so much more. I suffer from anxiety. And I just think I do it to myself most of the time. But this time, it's more like anxiety of getting things done, making sure things are like to a T. And I was always that kind of person. I'm always an organized person. Everything's gonna be done the way it should be done and whatever else. But this time, it was planned, and everybody's excited. Everybody's asking me questions about things. And even down to like the baby shower, since we're not finding out what we're having, and I already have 3 other kids, I didn't think that I was going to do a baby shower. I really didn't want to do one at all. But my whole family insisted. My neighbors yelled at me for not wanting one, and told me that this was my last one and I must have a baby shower. So, baby shower it is. But as I was listening to all them and like not really caring about anything and all the stuff that I need for a baby, because I got rid of the majority of the things I had for a baby, but I just thought, okay, great. So when am I supposed to have a baby shower? Like, it's like those months that most people have baby showers. Mine is like in between holidays. So I kind of like went into this panic mode. I was asking Lewis. I was like, when do we have a baby shower? When do we do this? When we do when do we do that? And he said, I don't know. And he said, but you have a while. And I was like, yeah, I know, but you know, it goes by fast. And this time, I just, because it was planned and it's definitely our last one, I definitely want to like be like above and beyond, like decorations everywhere and whatever else. So like I went into like my whole organizing thing, and figured out when the perfect time for a baby shower was gonna be, and like got on Pinterest, started looking at things and showing him, and he was like, okay, like he just goes along with it because he knows that's how I am. But that's just me. So my anxiety's picked up, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, ugh, this pregnancy, like, and us pregnant women, we blame it on the baby. Okay, I think that's what I've heard myself say the most this pregnancy, and I've said it all my pregnancy, to be honest. But this time, I've said it the most, and I'm like, listen, child, listen. And even when I'm hungry, I'm like, no, guys, I gotta eat like baby hungry, like right now. And I swear it is the baby that is hungry because I'm not hungry. And all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, give me food, I need it. But I'm not really hungry. Um, but I sit there and I'm like, this child's hungry. It's the baby. When it's your hormones. So, yeah, that's what us pregnant people do. So, guys, that is week 10. My symptoms, not really having like crazy symptoms. They're just about the same, except the nausea's kind of like calmed down. Cravings. I'm not craving steak, which is really weird because I craved it with the other 2 pregnancies. Craved it with Sebastian, craved it with the twins. And I maybe because it's salty, I don't really want it. I'm not digging salty food. And that's hard for me because we're Hispanic. Lewis is Cuban. I'm half Puerto Rican, so it's like impossible because salty food is just part of our like everyday diet, and I want everything like boring. And it's just weird. I was craving fish, which without being pregnant, I am anemic, so I'm like to a strict diet when it comes to my iron, but being pregnant is a little harder because your body craves things and your body doesn't want certain things. So the fish, and I was really, really tired the other day, couldn't even get out of bed, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm craving fish. So, and I did eat steak, and I think that's like been a part of it too. But I had I made Lewis buy me fish and make it, and then even yesterday I wanted tuna fish. Tuna fish I craved with Josh and Noah when I was pregnant with them in my early trimester. So I just kind of figured maybe that had to do with iron because fish has a lot of iron in it. Yeah, it's a little salty, but I mixed it with like mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, rice. Like it was all good. It worked out and it was delicious. But yeah, fish and stuff like that's really good. Mozzarella sticks, I'm like obsessed. I'm obsessed. Pasta, I'm obsessed. And I think that's been like my major ones. I haven't really been into like junk food, which is really weird because I'm a sweet tooth person and I gotta have my junk food. And not this time, so that's a little weird. My belly is kind of no different. I noticed like a slight difference today when I was getting dressed. Baby's definitely very, very low. The lowest I've ever carried any of my children, so this is new to me. I have like one pair of pants that fit comfortably on me. All the other ones have been a struggle. And I was at Target today, and I had the hardest time finding maternity pants because they're extra small is not an extra small. Like, I understand that, like, women most of the time gain like a lot of weight, but I don't gain a lot of weight. And yeah, they're extra small. It would never fit me. Like, even when I have a big stomach, like, the extra small will never fit me. So that was like a bummer, because I was really hoping to maybe find some like comfortable shorts I could wear, and I couldn't find it. So if you guys know of any maternity line that sells like petite, and I mean like true to size petite, like size 2, okay, clothing for pregnant women, please share that down in the comments, please. I will love you for that, because I'm in need. I can't be wearing, like, I wear those cheerleading pants. I was a cheerleader, so that's what I call them, cheerleading pants, but they're like the Softy pants, and then like these one pair of pants, and like that's all. I'll wear my PJs all day long, like that's it. But yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys my 10-week stomach. And so, alright. So this is shirt down. I was going to get a measuring tape. That's what I needed. It's a measuring tape. So this is what I normally look like with a shirt. I feel like I am like a little more bloated, I guess, because this is just fat. But I do feel like a little bit more protruding than normal. And this is with shirt up. Like, yeah. Then pull these down just a little bit so you guys can tell. But I'm going to suck in so you guys can maybe see. Like, baby's way down here. So, like, here you can feel how hard it is and everything. You can feel the difference here. Baby's that low. All of this up here is all fat. But if you guys can kind of see, maybe if I scoot a little closer, maybe. Kind of see, like, I don't know, the bump is like right here is where like the bump begins. It's kind of weird, but this is normal. Little tiny bump right here. You definitely feel it there. It's hard here, that's for sure, but baby's like way down here. Way down there, and it's definitely different because the boys by now, with my other 2 pregnancies, were a little higher and more noticeable by now, but we'll see in the next 2 weeks what this baby does. So this is front, and side, and this side. So, yeah. So that is my 10-week belly and my 10-week update for you guys. I hope y'all are having a better week than I am. And if you're not, don't mind sharing, because I love when you guys do. I definitely lay in bed and like read you guys' comments. So make sure you comment below, because I love reading it. And I'll see you back at my 11 week. Bye, guys.